first is about 360, 280 to the end of the fairway, and the wind is coming into and right to left. So I've got my 2 wood, and I'm just going to hit a shot down the right-hand side of the fairway. And just a nice turn through the ball. Nice controlled swing. So as described, it's landing left-hand side of the fairway, just coming back into the middle. Really, really solid. I've got 83 yards. 71 to cover the water, and the run out behind is 94. The wind is into my face and a little bit right to left, so I can take dead aim at the flag, and I'm going to kind of play about 85-90 yard golf shot, which is just down the grip on a 56. I can afford to pop it up in the air to hold it against the wind. See what we can do. Okay, really happy again with the commitment of the golf shot. For a shot that's in between my distances, I'm really happy that I used the wind to hold up that shot a little bit. That's really strong. And what I'm looking for here, I'm obviously aim pointing to get a good idea of what this putt's going to do. And then the big thing for this is the commitment to the line once I've aim pointed it. So I'm prone at the minute to stand over the ball and it look different and change my mind, whereas my aim pointing is really, really good, so I've got to trust that. Middle part of the putt's just falling a little bit from right to left, so I'm just going to start this just outside the right edge and focus on a really nice rhythmical stroke. Wow. Okay, so great rhythm. Started it on the line I wanted to start it on. Really, really happy. Didn't go in. Bit of a shame. Right, so second hole, wind again off the right and a little into. And because I've not got the driver in the bag at the minute, the water on the left's 265 to cover, which I'm not going to be able to do. So I'm going to aim just at the right of the conifers, hit a little holding fade that the wind's just going to kind of pop back and hit it to the end of the fairway. Really kind of focusing on my alignment. And again, a nice contained, controlled golf shot. Really, really happy. What I'm trying to do, fading it up into the wind, let the wind drift it back. That's in the middle of the fairway again. That's a really, really strong tick for the kind of golf shot I want to hit. I could have easily kind of thought, oh, I'll try and ride the wind and I might just get over. It's not worth it. It really isn't worth the risk. I've got 146 and now the wind's directly behind me. The flag is yellow, which means it's pretty central. Pitching wedge is a high 130s golf club, so I would say that this is really, really good. Just dead aim, really. A little bit past it's fine, a little short fine, a little left fine, a little right fine. So a nice solid wedge straight down the banner is the shot. fairway there. Yeah, nice pin high. It's just fed a bit to the right, but again, really, really happy with the golf shot. Really solid. With that shot in, I've got it below the hole, break it right to left, putting up the hill, so it can be nice and positive. Swing is still to about a 2 from right to left. Just a couple of cups. Again, I want to see this going into the hole. Nice rhythmical stroke. It's a great par 5. Wind is now strong left to right. So what I've got to make sure I do here, I'm going to aim up the left centre of the fairway and feel like I've got a nice release of that golf club. Just going to hit a little draw against it with my 2-wood. The bunker down the left is going to be kind of tough to reach. So yeah, down the left centre of the fairway, a real nice commitment on the golf shot I'm trying to hit. Within. Absolutely fine. It's a pretty straight flighted golf shot, but it's in the fairway and I'm away on a hole and a wind that doesn't suit my normal shot shape. So good call with the draw biased golf club. 224 is flag, so my 4-wood is about a 230 kind of carry 235. At 224 it's playing a little bit uphill with that crosswind, so it's a good one to get there. But I think I like the shape. I can hit it left down bunker and just let the wind just drift it across. So that is the flag. Nice, decent, nice commitment to where I'm trying to start this golf shot. Trust something. Got a little handsy with it. And I think what I would say there is I've not factored in this side slope enough, so ball quite a long way above my feet, which has made it start a little bit left. I probably could have aimed a little straighter, so not quite there with my process there. So pin high. Going to come and have a look where the pin is, see how much room I've got. I've got about 15 feet of room between the fringe and the green. Next little thing with this pitch is I'm going to just have a little couple of swings to get an idea what this rough feels like. See which way the grass is growing. I can get a good idea of how this ball's going to come out. If anything, it's running slightly against me, which means it might just come out a bit slow. So just going to factor that in. And again, I've read that really nicely. So I've been nice and positive, and that really grabbed the club. But because I've given it a nice bit of speed, it's up about pin high. So that's a nice tick with that one. Little tiny bit of left to right, but the wind is pushing it this way. So I think because it's downhill, I'm going to just give it a little bit of break. If it was uphill or a bit flatter, I might be a bit more positive and hit it a bit straighter, but I feel it's just going to die at the end. So just inside the hole, and a nice rolling in pace is the plan. Then focusing on nice rhythm. Yellow flag, 130. Plays about 5 yards uphill, 5-6 yards uphill. The wind is predominantly off the left. Might be a tiny bit of help in it. I would say that's pretty much off the left. Pitching wedge is a high 130s golf club, so I think that is about perfect, I would say. Land it up there. Hopefully just start it just left of the flag, let the wind just drift it, and certainly make sure it's high enough for that wind to get hold of. Nice commitment to grip. Nice commitment to line, and a lovely golf swing. Pushed it a little bit, but I think it's pretty good. I think I've got the distance about right. Okay, so I'm just up in the right hand fringe at 20-25 feet away, and after the hole this ball really kind of gets away from you, so I've got to be very cautious here. Still trying to hold it, but I'm really seeing it dropping in on my kind of clock face feel. I've got this almost going in at 3 o'clock. It's going to really turn to 3-4 o'clock. So I really feel it's nice and high, good rhythm to my stroke. Oh, wow. Again, really happy, got it lovely and high, slowing down by the hole. It's a lovely putt. Okay, so this is a really interesting one. So the wind is off the right. It's not really helping or hurting. Now, if I had driver, I could probably get it quite close to this, but I'm using ping driver with a 3-wood shaft in it at the minute, so it's only carrying about 250. Now, I could hit this really hard and try and get it there. But the issue is, the harder I hit it, the more I'm going to turn it. It's a bit draw biased, and the more it's going to spin. So what I've got to really focus on here is actually taking not taking my medicine, but knowing the limitations of this golf club and going, I can't get there. Let's get it on the fairway and leave myself a nice wedge from the top of the hill. So I'm going to aim right hand side of the fairway. And again, just a nice swing within myself. If it is really solid, it might just get down over the hill a little bit. Not trying to overhit. Let's focus within. Again, it's a really solid swing. I've not hit it too hard. It's up at the top of the hill. And it's just starting to creep over. So I've got a nice, probably 100-yard shot in, which is pretty scoreable. I'm quite happy with that. Good position. I have got 109, and now it's downhill. The flag is at the back, and the wind almost just feels like there may be a touch of help in there. So I've got to be a little cautious here. My 56 full out goes about 112, so I'm going to try and play like probably a 90-95 yard golf shot. If I come up a little bit short in the middle of the green, that's fine. I've got plenty to cover that left-hand bunker, so I'm just going to play it a fraction left of the flag, and just a nice controlled golf shot. So I'll take that, because it could have easily gone a little bit the other side, and it's going to be chipping, which I'm not great at the minute. Although it's not super close, that was a dangerous golf shot, and one I feel like I've navigated pretty well. Knowing the tour average from about 100 yards is about 18 feet, so I'm about 20 foot away there, which I'm happy with, because I could have been 12 foot past the pin and it would have been in trouble. So a good lead. Pretty straight, just falling to the right at the end. And again, away from the hole, it's downhill just past the hole. It's a nice dive. Tiny bit low. Final hole of the evening, the 6th. We're going uphill. The wind is quite hard from left to right. Again, I don't think with this club I can carry the left-hand bunkers, so I'm just going to hit it between the bunkers and the bridge, and then just feel I just hold it against this wind. I don't think I can kind of use the wind. I've got to hold it. So a nice little drawy one, just inside the bunker line. Again, really good commitment on where I'm aiming. Feel like I'm doing with a swing, nicely within myself. Settle. Yeah, just gone into the edge of the right hand rough. I probably needed to set it off a bit further left, so maybe not the best. But I've also played a golf club that won't reach the trees, so that's a bit of a tick as well. I think we've got a shot into the green. About 5 yards off the fairway. One thing I'm really going to start working on. So there's a bit of grass behind the golf ball. Not a great lie. So the likelihood is that it's going to come out very, very jumpy. So there's nothing short of the green here. And up and down from short of the green is pretty straightforward. So I'm definitely going to be playing this, erring on the side of it. 169 pin. It plays about 10 yards uphill. So that's 179 pin. So that is a yellow pin. So that flag, so let's say 180. Is going to be at least 15 on the green. So I've got my 8, which is a 160, which should get me to front edge. And if it jumps a bit, it might get a bit further up. But I think that's a good call. So nice focus on where I'm trying to hit it. And that's just a nice normal 8 time from head. No idea where that's gone. Felt a decent strike. Divot is okay. It might be a little leaky to the right. We'll go up there and we'll see where it is, and then I'll give you my answer to whether it was a well thought out golf shot in just a second. Okay, so no issues with the process there. I hit a bit of a pushy waft and I'm in the right hand bunker. Key things here is trying to work out kind of what sand we're playing with. I'm on a bit of an upslope. Now, in a perfect world, I want to try and keep this below the hole, but it's going to kind of come out and stop quite quickly. So I'm going to have to throw this most of the way there. Nice positive bunker shot. See if I can get up and down for the par. Oh, it's a wonderful bunker shot. Really, really nice. So I've got an uphill putt from about 5 foot for the par. Nice. A little bit up the hill. And just giving it a really good concentration on my aim pointing. And then really committing to what I've read, which is a 1 left to right. Just outside the hole. I reckon I could hit it firm on the lip. Just outside. Focusing on nice rhythm. Yes, nice, good positive putt into the hole. we go, guys. That is 6 holes of me kind of talking through my thoughts and trying to kind of not make any silly mental errors, going through a really, really good process. I'm actually going to do this for tournament play, and I'm going to try and kind of mark myself as I go around afterwards. But that was a decent 6 holes. I was 2 under par. Good chances, hit 5 of the greens, and got up and down on the one that I didn't hit. So that's really, really pleasing. I hope this helps. Have a go yourself. And as always, I hope you're well, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye for now.